Judica County is brought to you by Whitaker and Hamer, attorneys and counselors at law, your law firm for life.
Welcome back into Judica County Radio. Josh Whitaker and Joe Hamer are your hosts of the managing partners, Whitaker and Hamer Law Firm. They're practicing attorneys here in the great state of North Carolina, and they have offices conveniently located in Raleigh, Garner, Clayton, Goldsboro, Fuquay-Varina, Gastonia, and in Morehead City. And if you're facing a legal situation, you've got questions, you need answers, you can always call the firm. 800-659-1186. Leave your contact information, briefly what the call is about, and an attorney with Whitaker and Hamer will be in touch. Again, the number 800-659-1186. You can also email your questions to info@judicacounty.com. I'm Morgan Patrick, consumer advocate. Each and every week we get into legal topics, and then sometimes we go, outside the lines, as they like to say. So, Josh, where are we going next?
Well, it's more mystery questions. We got more and more mystery questions. We only did 2 the last segment, Joseph.
I predicted we were going to do 22. I'm going to revise my prediction. I'm going to say we're going to get through 3.
We're on
Going
pace
with the under. Going with the under.
I know. I was supposed to say, I think at this point we're on pace for 6. What I saw you laughing there, Joseph.
Yeah, so I was pulling up the old Facebook, man, in the break, in the old break. We got to take a break, man, because we start heating up, man. We don't want to catch on fire. That's why. And literally, I'm scrolling through, man, and there's an ad for Sky Rizzy right there.
And you've never gotten an ad for Sky Rizzy?
No,
before?
never in my life, man. I did say Sky Rizzy like 52 times in the last segment, so my phone's definitely listening to
Oh,
it.
definitely.
And I'm going to buy some. It says you only have to do an intravenous injection of it. That doesn't sound that bad.
It's, is that for psoriasis? What is Sky?
It sounds like it could for a lot of things. Psoriasis, Crohn's disease, and then burning while you're in it. No, that's a side effect.
Oh, yeah.
But it can give you that if you need it.
It boggles my mind. I've always had psoriasis, and I grew up with psoriasis, and then there was nothing you could do for it. They're basically like getting the sun, which helps.
Well, you know what you can do is you can take a vial full of Sky Rizzy and inject it into your veins.
There's like 49 million medicines for it now.
Yeah. None better than Sky Rizzy.
And I don't take any of them because I'm so scared of all these side effects, man.
This one's got some bad ones, dude. I mean, the burning when I'm urinating is enough, man, for me. That's enough. I've had some, you soap incidents coming up in the day, man. And that's a scary one. I'll just have the psoriasis.
Yeah. It's worse, to me than the psoriasis. But yeah, for years, there's nothing they could do, man. They give you steroid creams, tell you to get in the sun.
You ever heard of, what's it called? Oil of Olay? Does that help any?
I've never used that.
My mom used that stuff, man, on her skin.
Right.
Yeah. It's good. It's good lotion, man. That's what I heard.
They
tell you don't get in the sun?
Get in the sun.
Oh, get in the sun. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I was like, you're a vampire?
And that helps, man. That helps a lot. But I don't feel like injecting anything that might give me a fungal infection of the
Yeah. But the sun's good. You can inject that into you.
I do, man. I like spending time at the lake, getting in the sun. All right, question. We got a question. All right. Again, we don't pick these questions ahead of time. We're stuck with the question that the mystery hat gives us. And the mystery hat gave us a question. It says, my attorney wants to know my true bottom line to convey to the opposing counsel. Should I give it to him?
What kind of question is that, man?
So this person who has asked this legal question is represented, it looks like, right? So this person has an attorney, and it sounds like they're negotiating a settlement, right? So it sounds like could be personal injury, it could be breach of contract, but there's an attorney on the other side. We got a plaintiff, we got a defendant, we got 2 people negotiating a settlement, and her attorney has said, give me your bottom line. And he wants to give that number to the other side. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, man. You got to understand, your attorney is your attorney. Your attorney works for you. They have tons of duties and obligations to you as your counsel. And yeah, you got to talk to your attorney, man. You got to level with your attorney, and you guys got to be on the same team together.
And your attorney should always level with you too. So, I mean, I'm assuming this attorney.
That's probably why he's asking the question, right?
Yeah. So I'm assuming this attorney, you can't force another side to settle, right? If you're in a dispute with somebody and they have an attorney and you have an attorney and they're entering protected settlement negotiations, That stuff can't be used against you at trial if this is something that ends up getting litigated, but you can't make anybody settle. You can give them all the reasons why they should settle and what you're willing to take. And the attorney here probably really just wants to know what you'll be happy with. Like, what do you know, we always talk to people about their damages, recovery, what you've lost, lost income. Like, there's all these things that attorneys will take into account to compute what we think your damage is worth, right? Because that's all people can do. If you get harmed, whether it's breach of contract, personal injury, right, car accident, someone else's negligence, you get harmed. The only thing the other side can do is give you money, right? That's how we deal with that in our society. And so we have to put a number on the damage you're suffering. We have to put a number on that, and we'll have the number that we hope to get, and we'll have a number that we think's fair, and then you'll have your bottom line, right?
Dollar.
Yeah, you'll have the one, like, if you get, what do you have to get to fit? Here's what I think you should get, but what do you have to get to feel like you're made whole? And so I guess that's what that attorney's asking for, and is going to, I don't know about sharing it with the other side, but
yeah, exactly. And I mean, your attorney can't just flat out, go against your wishes. That's one of the things we have to actually, we can't just like do that. So you got to level with your attorney in that situation, because you guys are working towards the same end.
Yes, that's one of the things I always tell my clients. I don't want to be surprised. You tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. We don't need to be surprised in negotiations. I don't want to see some document show up that you signed that I didn't know about. I don't want to be surprised. I want to know everything there is to know all the way through, so that we can do the best job we can for you. But this person was concerned why her attorney was asking for that information, but that's probably why.
That's a pretty good question, man.
You like that question?
No, that was a terrible question. I understand the rules. I get the rules. We have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the rule? Isn't that what the thing is?
Yeah, you kind of stated the rule, Josh. If you pull it, you got to talk. You got to
have integrity, man.
But that question doesn't even make sense to me. That's the problem.
All right. Well, I'll allow it.
Here we go. I got one.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
All right. My deceased.
Everyone's dying.
Yeah, this
Death
is a lot.
happens,
This is a
man.
lot
That's
of death
coming for everybody.
Got a lot of death.
You are going to die.
The last one involved bankruptcy, and it was a weird bankruptcy question.
Yeah, I
and
want that one.
We didn't want to do that one.
Get that one away from me.
So this is what I got. This is what I got.
All right.
My deceased fiance's daughter.
Okay.
All right.
So the daughter's alive at least.
My deceased fiance's daughter is trying to take my son away. Can she legally do it?
Oh, man.
Oh, there's some follow up here. Hold on, there's some follow up.
This is a Jerry Springer episode.
My fiance passed away recently while giving birth to our son.
Okay.
And because she passed away, anyway, okay, this is going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go with them.
Two unmarried persons
Okay.
had a baby.
All right.
Brand new baby.
Not a 14-year-old.
And unfortunately, the woman giving birth passed away shortly after childbirth. And now her parents are trying to get custody of the baby.
Okay, that makes more sense. You originally said the daughter. I'm pretty sure you said the daughter was trying to, but I think I see what you're saying makes more sense. I like the other pattern because it was absurd, but this makes more sense.
No, that's right. That's right. Hold on. Maybe I read this wrong.
All right.
My deceased fiance's daughter is trying to take my son away.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
My fiance passed away recently giving birth to our son. So she must have had an older daughter.
Okay.
And now
I like to think of a 2-year-old daughter trying to take a kid and raise it.
All right. So we're going to say this daughter's at least 18.
Okay. Obviously.
And brand new, she is trying to gain custody. There's some other stuff going in here, but it gets way too confusing.
Okay.
So that's our situation.
Yeah. Well, sorry, you can't have the baby. That's what that's
right. We have that come up. We have I've sat down with people who are doing their estate plan and they're divorced, and they don't hold their ex-spouse in very high regard. Maybe the ex-spouse has like limited custody for reasons, right? For valid reasons. And they have full custody, and they are concerned that if something were to happen to them, what happens to their kids, that they, maybe they have custody of them. They live in a different area. They go to a different school. And when they pass away, if they have to go live with their ex-spouse, the father or the mother, the surviving parent, things are going to be different for their kids, and they want to, quote unquote, leave their guardianship rights to someone else. But you can't really do that.
Yeah. That was a pretty simple answer, man. I think you slam dunked that one all over him.
Yeah. So I don't know what she's doing to try to take the new baby away.
I mean, she could just take the baby. It would be illegal.
Right.
And she would go to jail. But she could technically.
Yeah, if you and your spouse are separated and you're a guardian, under most circumstances, and there's always exceptions to the rule, but under most circumstances, you can leave your possessions to someone else. You can do all that stuff, but you can't make someone else kind of step into your guardian rights if the kids already have a legal guardian who survives you.
That's this is a good segue, man. It's Halloween time, right? You knew that, right? Yeah, we're approaching Halloween, and that's actually talk about taking a baby. That's a Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. You seen that one?
I have not.
Did you see that one? That happened in that.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Have you seen any of them?
I have not watched very many.
You don't like scary movies?
I don't like
guessing.
scary
Come
movies.
on,
I like funny movies.
Yeah, how about a funny scary movie? How about the movie Scary Movie?
I haven't seen it.
Really?
No, I've never seen it.
You should go home and watch it. You would get a kick out of it, man.
I mean, I've seen parts of it.
Okay.
I guess I generally have the gist.
You should show your children, man. They're old enough now; they'd enjoy it.
Is that your favorite?
That's culture. No, but I mean, they'd enjoy it. They'd like it. It makes me giggle. Don't you think you said you like things that are funny?
I do like things that are funny.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Halloween movie?
I don't have a favorite anything. We've talked about this, man. I'll never tell you what my favorite because it's what day is it, man? I might like this thing this day, this thing the other day. I like the scary movies, man. I like them all. I watch them all.
I saw Nightmare. What's the one where Freddy lives in your dreams?
That's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Which one though?
All of them.
All
That's
of
what
them.
he does in all of them. Yes. He does that in all of them.
I thought that was just one.
So I saw that one when I was too young, man. When I was like way young at my grandma's house in like a back room on VHS. And that's one of the ones that got me, man. It got me because I'd have nightmares. And then when the whole idea is that someone's going to kill you in your nightmares and you're like an 8-year-old boy.
What's your grandmother doing with Nightmare on
She's
Elm
like
Street
cooking a
on
pie,
VHS?
man. I don't know.
Why
So we
does
had
she
this
have that
video store.
VHS? Oh, okay.
I brought it. We had this video store.
Oh,
So
okay.
my mom owned a daycare, right? And there was a video store across the street. And the guy there, Gary, nice fellow,
Right. We talked
he'd
about
let me
Gary.
rent whatever I wanted to. So I'd go rent horror movies.
Good old Gary.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street.
You're probably gonna get Gary in trouble.
I don't think there's a federal law against letting an 8-year-old rent an R-rated
I think
movie.
there probably is.
There probably is.
Or was when people did that kind of
Good
thing.
luck finding Gary, FBI. He's off the grid now.
I liked I saw Army of Darkness and Evil Dead. Those were
Those
good.
are good. You
Yeah.
seen the new one? The new one's a little bit trickier, man. I think you'd like it though.
I don't think so. It's
a little
Is
bit-
that funny?
It's not very funny. No, it's not very funny.
Mm.
I laughed at it. See, but I laugh like when something's so absurd, like if something's so scary, like I'll just laugh. It just makes me laugh.
I mean, think about it.
'Cause it's
Gremlins back
ridiculous.
in the day, Gremlins was considered a horror flick.
No, it was not.
Yes, it
My
was.
kids got a little spooked at the Gremlins, man. A little bit.
The first one or the second one? We've talked about
yeah,
Gremlins
After
a lot
Midnight.
on this show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Gremlins and Sky Rizzy, man. That's what the people come for.
The Gremlins wasn't scary.
I've been trying to, I want my kids to not be like you. I want them to like watching scary movies because I enjoy it. So I'm trying to introduce it to them, but I'm doing like the ones that have aired on cable, right? So you'd think that they would be less. What I've come to discover is they don't censor any violence. They're just as violent, like absurdly violent, but there's no language
Or nudity.
or nudity. Yeah, there's
Right.
no nudity. So at least they're not seeing nudity, right?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of any horror movie that I watched. Because Evil Dead and
So
Army
your
of Darkness.
kids don't like them either?
What about Sixth Sense? Did you watch that one? Sixth Sense?
Yeah, we showed the kids that one last year.
I've seen that one. Is
Yeah.
that a horror movie?
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
Thriller,
You would say that was a
scary,
horror movie.
It's
Yes.
100% a horror movie. It's a thriller. I mean, it's a horror movie. Yeah,
There's no blood and guts.
there's
They showed
there's a little bit.
They showed
Little bit.
ghosts, people hanging in the hospital.
They show dead bodies hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Mm.
You don't have to have blood and guts for it to be a horror movie, man. That's not what it's about. It's about it's about the spirit. The spirit of
Halloween. I remember when I was a kid, man, I saw the Headless Horseman
Oh,
Yeah.
cartoon when I was a kid, and that freaked me out. And I think that put me off of the Halloween movies.
Yeah, imagine if you're a 4-year-old boy watching Freddie murder people in their nightmares, man. You know how many nightmares I had about it? And
Wait,
every one of them was
from
a realist.
You went from 8 to 4.
Yeah, you got real young.
Yeah,
got
imagine
really
being
young.
2 years old at daycare.
All right, guys, we need to take a break. We're going to come back on the other side. Judica County Radio. It's Josh Whitaker and Joe Hamer, managing partners, Whitaker and Hamer Law Firm. They're attorneys right here, practicing attorneys in North Carolina. Offices conveniently located: Raleigh, Garner, Clayton, Goldsboro, Fuquay-Varina, Gastonia, and Morehead City. If you've got a legal situation that you're facing, you need some answers to your questions, you can always call the firm. 800-659-1186. That's 800-659-1186. Leave your contact info, briefly what the call's about, and an attorney with Whitaker and Hamer will be in touch. And you can always email your questions to the show. That's info@judicacounty.com, and we'll use those questions. We'll answer those questions on a future broadcast. We're back right after this.